Hello, this is Mr. McCleary again. I am going to show you how to start to draw things in 3 dimensions. We're gonna start off with a Lego brick. Now, for the dimensions, I'm using this orthographic drawing. However, you'll notice that the dimensions seem a little large. That's because they are in metric. I've got some rough translations into English. At the end of the day, this won't actually be able to fit onto other Legos, but since we're not printing it out, this is one of the 2 practice ones. It's not going to matter. You'd get a much better Lego from buying one than you would by 3D printing. It doesn't quite have the 0.5 millimeter, actually, or the 0.1 millimeter tolerance that these things would need, or in this case 0.01 millimeter. Oh geez, yeah, they're not, we don't have the kind of tolerance that it needs to make really good Legos. We can make okay Legos, but we can certainly draw a Lego even if the tolerances are too tight to actually 3D print them. So you're going to get something that looks like that when you're done. You're going to hit create document. Lego, my Lego. Okay, so we're making a Lego. All right, and we're going to start on the top, just like normal. Start a sketch here. Start to look at the top, and I flip on over here. I'm going to start with the length and width here. And start with a rectangle. Doesn't matter where, it's kind of in the middle there. And in my translations, this is going to be 0.625 by 1.25. Pretty close to what the Legos are. And that's 5/8 of an inch by 1 1/4 inch. Pretty close. And then we're going to finish the sketch. We're going to go over here to the view cube, and we're going to say, I'm going to put it in trimetric view, which is the first view that you saw. Zoom in a little bit here. This button right here is the extrude, and you'll be using it a lot when you do 3D modeling. Extrude this, and it starts to move it up, and you say, well, the depth I want to extrude it is going to be 0.375. And there it is. And you hit OK. Now we've got a block. What we need to do next is let's add the little circles on the top. So we're going to start a sketch, but we're not going to start it on these planes. We're going to start it on the top of the Lego. Look at the top. I'm going to zoom in with our little scroll wheel and make a little circle here. This circle is going to be 0.2 inches, and we're going to need to position it. So I'm going to choose dimensions. I'm going to click between the middle of the circle and the edge, and I'm going to choose 0.15 by 0.15 for the other direction as well. There we go, 0.15 by 0.15, 0.2 circle. From the center to the edge, from the center to the edge. And that positions it. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to a pattern we did before. All right. I'm going to zoom out here because it makes my pattern in not where I want it. Let's move them in a little bit here. I want this to be ×4. I'm going to want this to be ×2, and I need to get it straight there. Straight, it looks a little crooked. There we go, that's straight. The distance between them is, geez, my writing's too small. I believe that is 0.315, and same here, 0.315. Finish. And I go back and I look at the trimetric view, zoom in a little bit. There's Legos, but these aren't extruded yet. We go over here and we hit extrude. And we select them all. Say we don't want something that's 1 inch large. And over here it shows all the things that we have selected. If I select something that's not going to extrude, like this face here, everything, the preview goes away and it gives you an error if you hit OK. It just doesn't extrude. You can go back over here to extrude. If you've accidentally selected too much, just click the X over on the things that you have selected. Now, they don't go up 1 inch. That'll be weird. They don't look like that. They go up 0.7. So 0.07. Yeah, 0.07, sorry. There we go, 0.07. Finish. There we go, they look like Legos. Normally a Lego, it would have a bunch of fillets along the edge. I'm not gonna make you do these. The fillet size is actually very small. It's like 0.2 millimeters. Selected all over the place. That's 0.008 inches. And this would actually be on most of the surfaces. But if you don't have the fillets, I'm not gonna mark you down. Okay, there are some fillets. However, you know that this isn't gonna snap to another Lego piece like this because the bottom is currently solid. Oop, solid bottom. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna start a sketch on the bottom. I'm gonna look at the bottom. Now I could draw another rectangle that's centered on the inside, but I know that I just said center-ish, so I didn't actually make that in the center, so it's gonna be a little hard to center. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna choose the offset tool. I'm going to make a rectangle by selecting all the sides, then just selecting this offset to be the proper size, which is gonna be 0.321. Oh, no, never mind. That wasn't the right size. Go away, cancel, escape offset. Undo that offset that I did. Go away. Go back here. Start reading this thing again, except with your glasses off and close to your face so you can actually see what this thing is. Oh. 0.06. There we are. All right, and then, okay. It's nice to always go to a perspective view when you're doing anything in 3D, so you can tell if you're extruding out or cutting in and whether things are going the way that they're supposed to. So if you have an option to look at it in 3D, when you're doing 3D functions, do that. Don't only be in 2D if you are working in 2 dimensions. So I'm going to switch this from add to remove. And if I hit OK right now, it will chop right through the top. This is 0.321 because I misread my thing. There we go. This is the one that had that dimension. And okay, ta-da. Now this is almost there, but if you remember, Legos have the three little circles in them. So I'm gonna, again, do a sketch. I'm gonna start on the inside, right there. Here, I'm gonna cancel that one. I'm gonna go delete that. Now, one thing that some people do is they are not terribly careful, and they'll just say, "Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the bottom," and then I just, start a sketch, and I start drawing things. Here's some things, and then when they go to extrude it, they are not lined up with the bottom. Make sure you are careful when you start the sketch that it's where you want the stuff to extrude from. So this is the surface I wanted to extrude from, so this is the surface I'm going to select. All right, now I'm going to make a circle. I'm going to center it using these little guide marks. I just hover over until it gets the little center little box. I use these dashed lines. There we go. This circle is 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to offset this one in as well. And that offsets in by, oh, darn it, I think it went out. Cancel, escape offset. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. Let's see if we can choose negative 0.02. Oh, good, we can. It should be between here and here. It should go inside by 0.02. All right, then I'm going to go through and I'm going to select it, both of them together. I'm going to copy, go over here, I'm going to paste, and position, I'm going to just make sure that it lines up. Paste. And go, I'm going to make sure, oh, there's that line, dotted line. There we go. And last but not least, I'm going to need to get some dimensions in here. This dimension is, it was, oh, that's right, it's the same as the other one. It's 0.315. Same thing between this one and this one. 0.315. This is a sketch. Let's go look at it in a trigonometric way and just flip it so we can see underneath. You can kind of see through, which is convenient because I'm going to extrude them now. All right, why are you not selecting? There we go. Select, select, select. And let's go zoom out a little bit. Obviously that's too far, I don't want an inch. I'm gonna go the same depth that I cut it in, which is 0.321. All right. If at any point you stop listening to me, of course you wouldn't hear this now, but let's say you're going back and you don't wanna listen for all the dimensions, I'm gonna attach this drawing here. Just gotta remember to put mm at the end of all of your dimensions. It's millimeters. But all of the English equivalents are here, or close enough. None of them are the exact image, but that is a Lego. If you print it out, it would be visually identical to a Lego. Although if you tried to snap it onto another one, it would be a little bit off. They'd either get stuck or fall apart way too easily. Actual Legos are injection molded to a lot higher degree of precision than we're able to do on the at-home level of quality of 3D printers. The professional level quality, we could hit this no problem, but the at-home quality, yeah. So there's a Lego. We will do more later.